Hey folks, welcome to V5 Bricks. My name's Dom and I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, this is my modified version of the Teal residential house, which is part of the modular bookshop. And I'm sure you can immediately notice I've extended the height, principally by adding a second floor. And I've given it a totally different rooftop with an enclosed back section. Now, the bookshop modular, which was released in 2020, I thought was really interesting because we don't often get purely residential buildings from the LEGO modular range. What appealed to me most about this set though was the architectural details, and I love the facade of the bookshop, which I recently modified into an Amsterdam style cheese shop, and you can check out that video here. What also appealed was how the designer used so many different elements, especially one by one pieces, to create the details. But the Teal house to me was the best, the triangular features above the door and the windows in particular. The interior was decent too. The king size bed build is a real favourite of mine. It's really nice, and I'm going to use some of the stuff in a future Wayne Manor build, and that's why I've kind of removed it. The big downside to me though was the height, and it should really have been taller and incorporated a bathroom and kitchen on the second floor. Oh hey, if you enjoy the video, please give it a boop on the like button. So from this view, you can see I've kept those key features like the bay window and the triangular pediment, which has the house number on the flat area. My new first floor section has those large windows, but I've kept those triangular pediments above the windows on the very top. A quick glance back and you'll notice actually just how short it is in comparison to the new version. I actually also don't like the brown door, and those light azure blue window frames to me just look so bad. So I swapped them out for a black door and for white windows, which I feel looks a ton better. I used white on the first floor too, and the door frame had tiles cropping each side, so I've done the same and kind of kept it looking all similar. I've also simplified the staircase, as although the original was interesting and quite unique and the angular thing was really cool, I really prefer a more linear approach. I also colour swapped the black for gold, and I wanted to add more curvature above the window lintels, so I added these arch pieces on both floors, and again, it's simple, but it just adds a bit of texture. It kind of reminds me of these buildings you see in San Francisco. I really do think this building suits a larger, taller stance, and as it's also narrow, it really stands out as a tall, linear build, that kind of squashed and stretched up look. I love the teal colour as well, and I've actually got plenty of it in my collection, so it's relatively easy to do, and it's a great colour to be able to use in modulars. I used a few of these modified white plates over the windows and added studs for detail and tan plates throughout the build and white bricks as well, front and back all around, to give it a nice finished look that was all sort of symmetrical on each side. Around the back, again nothing complex, plenty of blue slopes for an enlarged rooftop, and I kept the angled Velux window on the bottom right. So the interior, let's take a look what's inside. Well, nothing at all. I have actually emptied it out. Believe me, I found this hard not to fill. I even removed the wee door from the basement. Why have I done this? Especially if you know me, I love adding fully detailed interiors and I love tiled floors. Well, I really feel I couldn't offer anything that interesting inside. I think a residence of this scale is just not worth it. I can use the parts for other builds that are far more worthy, and I already did a rather luxurious residential interior for my Assembly Square rebuild, where I modified the bakery building into a Dutch style apartment block with a full interior, which you can check out here. But I achieved what I wanted, I gave myself the option of doing an interior in the future by adding a second floor for a kitchen and a bathroom. Something else which I really don't like doing, but I actually enclosed the top floor. But I saved so many bricks doing this without doing the interior, so it's really worked out. However, each floor still connects with jumper plates like other modulars, so it's still the same as before and it can be assembled back easily. It also fits in with other buildings with pins on the side as usual. So I'd quite like to show you this. I have recently rejigged my Lego space, and this bookcase houses not just literature but also used to have all my modulars in it. But I really wanted to get them all back in a sort of street display like I used to. I'm not going back to doing a city, but the street display is something that appeals to me. So the IKEA fans among you will probably recognize some of the stuff and this floating shelf. And there is my teal house. It fits in just fine, and I love having all my custom modulars on display like this now. I really didn't realise until it was up here though that the teal house is now my tallest building. So I'm liking the tall, narrow Amsterdam kind of look to the street. The bright colour, the navy blue and teal, looks cool and it's actually fits in next to other surrounding buildings. I'd love to know what you think. Are you a fan of the bookshop set? Do you feel it was a bit too short as well? And maybe the odd colour? I don't know, let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more of my modular rebuilds, check out my channel. Anyways, I'll catch you next time. Bye!